I'm Richard Elisha D. Tuzemi, the chairperson of Southeast APC Governorship Forum, Hope Uzodima of Imo State. Don't ask the question, say why Nigerians want protest. Say Nigerians don't have any need to protest. Say because everything they go well. Say there's no need and there's no motive behind the protest. And it doesn't lay emphasis to the NSAS protest that some hoodlums can hijack the protest by Nigerians that is slated for the 1st of August to the 10th of August over bad governance, hardship in this country. You get the point now? And other things that have been put in place that are meant to make Nigeria great if government can yield to the plight of all Nigerians. You get the point? Because now hunger na order of the day. Prices of things are soaring high. In yam now you cannot even afford it. Even egg you cannot even afford it. Food stuff you cannot afford it. Nigerians are passing through pains, hunger and hunger. Meanwhile, the Inspector General of Police don't warn Nigerians also that anybody is free to protest, but they will not accept any violent protest, because if you do, they will come for you. See, the NSAS protest, see, they are fresh for Nigerian mind because many people lost their life. Observe.
Well, democracy is about opinion of the people, and the protest is allowed in a democratic setting. But every protest must be reasonably conceived to be able to make political sense. I think it's too early at this time in the life of this government for anybody to come out to say he wants to protest. First of all, there have not been any engagement where those who are sponsoring the protest was able to tell us the reasons for the protest. Secondly, given the global situation today and the insecurity in the country, we have a very fragile political environment that, if not managed and protected very well, may collapse the entire country. So those who are going to protest, what is the reason for the protest? And if they have no reason for the protest, I think our advice, we're meaning Nigerians, citizens of this country who are making sacrifices. Some of us have paid the supreme price for the existence of this country. We should guide our country very jealously. I think it is a wrong time for anybody to do any protest, because the implication of doing that, if care is not taken, is that it may be hijacked, like the NSAS experience, where criminals now hijacked an innocently conceived agitation by young Nigerians. I think that we are not in support of the protest. We are not going to support any protest that has no programs, that is not discussed, that nobody knows what the problems. Okay, if you are protesting, what do you want government to do? Because the reason for protest is that they want an issue to be addressed. What are the issues? So in my view, I think there is no need to overheat the polity, overheat our environment, and put our people in a position that the hardship that is occasioned by economic recession all over the world is further worsened. So I advise against the protest.
Some groups of people, self-appointed crusaders and influencers, have been strategizing and mobilizing potential protesters to unleash terror in the land under the guise of replicating the recent Kenya protest, the Beko. While the force acknowledges the right to peaceful protest as enshrined in our constitution, we must ensure that these protests do not snowball into violence or disorder. As a nation, we have had more than our fair share of violent protests, which with rather dastardly consequences. The last NSAS protest led to wanton destruction of public assets, including police stations, courts, transport infrastructure, and loss of several lives. Tales of sorrow, tears, and blood followed what was supposedly intended to be a well-intentioned exercise. Rather than to lead to any positive outcome, NSAS merely aggravated crime rates and insecurity in several parts of the country. Indeed, we are yet to fully recover from the huge economic losses and deep-seated psychological and emotional trauma inflicted upon our people by this protest.